Welcome to an audio presentation with Fred Kaufman.
Thank you, everyone. When I was first helping people with their health, I didn't realize I was on my own. I had my own private practice, if you will. I had my own clientele. I never charged anybody. I sold some supplements, but I never charged anybody, and I would spend hours and hours teaching them how to become healthy. And I told my mom many times, I said, I don't think I'm going to do this anymore. And she said, why not? I said, there's really no money in it. I said, I could be making a lot more money selling something like computers or real estate or something. And she said, but I think this is what you're supposed to do. I think, and this is the actual truth. She said, I think God wants you to help people. I said on a Facebook message here a few weeks ago that I was quoting a preacher who had said this. I just happened to hear it on TV. He said, people don't care what you know. They want to know that you care. And that's the most important thing that separates us from other companies. What really matters is whether or not the company operates on ethics. I mean, really, isn't that it? When it comes down to it, isn't it something that you would be proud of to tell somebody that the company operates based on ethics? I mean, really. I want to be proud of what we're doing. Now, I'm not trying to run down other companies. There are some good companies out there. I can't name any of them off the top of my head that operate ethically, but there are some, there has to be some somewhere, doesn't there? I mean, when you look at the playing field, does it really matter if it's $1 billion company, if they're going to get shut down because they're unethical according to the government? Does it really matter if you're going to read about your company in the newspaper or hear it on the news that they just got fined $200 million? Is that something you want to be proud of? Is that something you want to tell your family and friends about? In fact, what happens often is that your family and friends that you got into the company that just got fined are going to call you and say, what's wrong with you, you idiot? This is embarrassing. I've been telling my friends about this company, and now look, it's in the news. I look like an idiot, and so do you. See, you want to have that as your primary focus when you're looking for a company. If you were just looking for a job, would you want to work for Joe's Fly-By-Night Auto Sales? No. You'd want to work for a reputable dealership. If you were selling houses, would you want to work for One Stop Realty? No, you'd want to work for somebody that had a name, a reputation. And the same way with everything else, when you make decisions in your life about who you're going to do business with, you want to deal with reputable companies. I feel confident when I order something on Amazon that they've screened out the sellers on there, that I'm not going to have to worry about getting ripped off. And to this day, the things I bought on Amazon, I've not gotten ripped off. Well, we're the Amazon of network marketing. We don't care that we're not making much money. Now, we're making some money. We have to make some money because we've got people to pay, we've got rent to pay, we've got inventory to pay for. But we're a debt-free company. We plan on staying that way. We're not interested in anybody coming in and buying stock and then trying to tell us how to run the company. We don't even listen to our accountant when he says, Fred, do you realize you're not making much money? You need to increase your profit. And I remind him, we're planning on growing. And wouldn't it be better if we made a little bit off of a lot of people than a lot of off of a few people? And he says, well, Fred, that's just not the prudent way to operate your business. When you're operating a business, you have to think of your bottom line. And the focus is always to increase the bottom line. And I said, but what if we focused on benefiting the people? Wouldn't they just come? And when we get more customers, and when we had more customers, we made a little bit off each one, wouldn't we make more in the end? And he says, well, yeah, eventually. Well, that's what we are. We're that eventually company. See, we care about you being successful. If you're successful, we'll be successful. It's a given. if we can help you get what you want, you're going to help us get what we want. And as Randy said, you know what it is we want? We want to help people. We've tried a lot of different ways. We tried selling through other network marketing companies that weren't ethical. And I'm not going to give names and run anybody down. I'm not here to bash people. I'm just saying it really struck me after 15 years, ethics is a rare commodity. I was offered a bribe, if you will, by a company that wanted me to endorse a product that I didn't believe in. And I said, my reputation isn't for sale. My ethics aren't for sale. They couldn't believe it. So they did the next best thing. They went out and told people I endorsed their product anyway. I could have sued them, but I don't care because I answer to a higher power, and everything is going to be fine if I do what I know is right. And that's the first thing that we use as criteria with any decision we make. Is this right? So what is it about Basic Reset? Well, that's the first thing, is who are Fred and Kim, and why would they do things the way they do? If you ever feel like you're not getting a fair opportunity, please call us. I'm on the call tonight. I will pick up the phone. If you call the office and the girls say, Fred, we got somebody who wants to talk to you, I'll talk to you. I don't hide from nothing. But you should know at this point, just looking at the way we have things set up already, that that's in our heart. We want to help people, and we want to start with you. And we want to help you because we want you to help us to help people. As it says on our website, we're just people helping people. That's it. That's our agenda. It's not any more complicated than that. I'm sorry. It's just a simple agenda. We want to help people. And we think the best way to do that is to get you to help us to help people, because you know people we don't. Oh yeah, we could advertise. I could reach, I think it's 20 million people with an infomercial on Sunday morning for $200. But the problem is, it's about relationships. And it's much better if you tell somebody you have a relationship with about what we're doing and about our products than for me to be on a television commercial telling total strangers. You see, it's difficult to get somebody to believe if you just have about, really it's a little over 20 minutes, to convince them, hey, you need to believe in me. But you have relationships with people that already know you and trust you. All you have to do now is just say, hey, look, you got to see this. You got to take a look at this. Why are our products valid? Well, there's another area that I've spent 45 years researching and learning things about supplements and diet and health. And I've built quite a reputation in my own community. I was hired to work in a couple of medical clinics as a nutritionist, even though I don't have a degree in nutrition. Why would medical doctors take a chance on me? It's because of my reputation in the community, of people coming to me, and it got back to the doctors, hey, this guy is helping people. So we have products that are based on the simple principle of correcting deficiencies. What are deficiencies? It's really not that complicated. It's stuff that you're not getting in your body that your body has to have in order to operate correctly. Could it be, I asked this question on the video, which, by the way, how do you like the new website? I know you can't answer because you're muted, but I hope you like the new website. And let me tell you how that happened. There was a guy that sent me a message, and he said, I got somebody I'm talking to, and they like what we have, but they won't join our company because they don't like the look of the website. They think it's antiquated. And I said, well, ask them to give you some examples of websites that they think are nice, that are more modern. And so she sent us, through him, a list of 5 websites, and we looked at those websites, had our web guy look at those websites, and we said, can you build us something that's more modern? We thought we had a pretty cool website, but we didn't realize that a year later that it has kind of gotten antiquated. And so, based on the input of somebody who's not even in our company, we modernized our website. I think that speaks pretty highly of how we operate our company. See, we want to be the best. And we're not full of pride thinking, hey, you either like it or leave it. No. We want to learn to be the best, even if it's from somebody who's not even in our company. But the fact is, I have a video, and it's simply titled, Are We Diseased or Deficient? It's a question. Could it be possible that the names that represent symptoms, and it's just a name that we call a disease, but it's just a tag for a group of symptoms. Is it possible that those symptoms aren't really a disease per se? Could it be that those symptoms are the result of deficiency? And that if you could correct the deficiency, that the symptoms would clear up? Now see, that's not the same as curing a disease. Because a disease per se is just a name. It's the symptoms. That's the problem. So what if you could do something, just take natural products into your body, and without targeting the disease, you just target the deficiencies that could possibly be there. And then your body does what it was designed to do, and it starts repairing itself. Sometimes it's not the body even repairing itself. It's like I said on one of the calls, I believe, what if you had a Mercedes, and it was a $150,000 Mercedes, and there was one little gear missing in the transmission? The car's not going anywhere. You can look really cool sitting in your driveway, but it's not going anywhere. Would it be possible that the same thing could be happening in your body or someone that you know? Could it possibly? I know it was true for me. I had suffered for many, many years, 19 years to be exact, and was taking 2 shots in each arm twice a week. And I took a nutritional product that completely turned me around in just a few months. And I didn't know much about the product. If I had, I would have taken more of the stuff, and I probably would have gotten turned around even faster. But it defied medical science. They couldn't figure out how to get me well, even though I was taking 2 shots in each arm twice a week of the best that medical science had to offer. You see, I have the knowledge of what can work because I've experienced it. And not only have I experienced it, but I've helped other people only by telling them, look, and I didn't even have the wording down at that time. I just knew that most people didn't eat a proper diet, and therefore, because the food is deficient, how can we be anything ourselves but deficient if our food is deficient? And don't think that if you eat organic that means you're going to be getting all the nutrients you need. It just means it was grown without chemicals. That's it. There's no certification. I had somebody argue with me about that one time. I said, well, just show me somewhere in the certification for organic produce, somewhere that it says anything at all about it being grown in nutrient-rich soil or having high levels of nutrient. It's not there. It just means it was grown without chemicals. So if you're growing food without chemicals, all you have to do is stop using the chemicals, put that money back in the bank account, and 2 years later you can get organic certification. That's it. Is it possible that because we're eating nutrient-deficient food, is it possible that our bodies aren't getting what they need? And don't even get me started about water. See, we've had this paranoia about chemicals in the water. It's not the problem. If you take all the chemicals out of water, you're going to end up with a process like distillation or reverse osmosis. Now you end up with what biochemists call dead water. How are you going to restore your health drinking dead water? You see, it's minerals. Minerals have to be in the water. Not because just that you need minerals, but minerals actually change the structure of the water. It changes the chemistry of the water. So what would happen if you got the right kind of water and drank the right amount of it, and not only that, you got these minerals and you got the organic complexes, what would happen? Well, there are all sorts of good stories, good testimonials, and there are people on this call. I remember, I don't want to embarrass anybody, but I remember seeing a before and after picture of one of our people on Facebook, and I'm not kidding you, and I'm not going to mention the name because I don't want to embarrass anybody. They look like a mother and her daughter. But it was a before and after picture. That's what can happen. See, aging is something that we accept as an inevitable part of life, but it's not inevitable. It's only inevitable because we're deficient, and we get more deficient every year. And then we get old, and we start wrinkling up. Somebody said, why does our skin wrinkle? Well, do you know the difference between a grape and a raisin? It's water. See, it's possible, and I'm telling you this from experience and from my education, self-educated, it's possible that we really are deficient and not randomly stricken by disease. It's really possible that aging doesn't have to be as bad as some people experience. I'm 66 years old, and I know it's not a big deal, but I don't feel like I'm any older than 40, and some days I feel like I'm even younger than that. Wouldn't that be the way to go? What difference does it make if you go with a opportunity that makes you a lot of money with a company that's not ethical, with products that maybe don't even really work, and you end up with a lot of money, but you really can't enjoy it because you don't have your health. So why not look at Basic Reset and see that we have just taken all of the bad out of network marketing and replaced it with everything that could possibly be good about network marketing, and couple that with products that are simple, affordable, and products that really work, that are based on physical laws. It's a physical law that's behind the Hawaii. A physical law is behind the ionite. A physical law is behind the B-Gold and behind the beta factor. And a lot of our products are based on physical laws. Just like the court considers black law, it's not disputable. You're never going to find an herb in the Amazon that's going to replace your need for water. It ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. You're never going to find anything to substitute for your need for water, not only enough of it, but the right kind of water. Once you get that down, you're going to be surprised of how your life could change just with something that simple. You see, we have too many scientists spending all their time looking through microscopes and not enough time looking through binoculars. I don't have a microscope, so I look through binoculars. I look at the real world, and I look at how the world operates, and I'm curious about it. And I wonder about this, I wonder about that. And I'm not satisfied until that sense of logic in me is triggered. And then I know I'm on the right track. See, we've got to break this down to where we can help anybody. How great would it be if we had a company full of customers? This is our goal, to have a company full of customers so everybody get their products for free. Life-changing products based on physical laws, based on principles of satisfying deficiencies. We can have a company where everybody's getting their product for free. And for some who don't want to get just their products for free, but they want to get a decent income, maybe even replace that job where they don't even like what they're doing, or they don't even like their boss, or they're having to commute an hour and a half one way every day. We've got a home for you too. And it's so simple. You don't have to know what I know. You don't have to even come close. In fact, I'd rather you didn't know what I know. I would rather you just tell people, hey, go watch this video. Here's my link. Go watch this video. What's it about? Look, I can't explain as good as this guy can. He's the inventor. Go watch this video. Do you know that probably 90% or more of the people who watch that video are disease or deficient or products? Isn't that amazing? And all I'm talking about is what's happened to me. This series of steps that the events that have happened to me to bring me where I'm at and why we started Basic Reset. So let me do the work for you. Here's a simple question. Do you know anybody that drinks water? If you're not interested in helping people with their health. How about, do you know anybody that drinks coffee? We brought in the coffee because we saw people drinking coffee. It's right behind water, bottled water. It's the number one beverage. And we looked at coffee and we thought, what if we can make it better? And we did. How many people you know drink coffee? There's your market. How many people do you know that drink Red Bull? Do you know people say something, well, Fred, somebody's questioning the ingredients. They want to know what all the ingredients are and what they do in the Vibrant energy drink. How many people buy Red Bull and when they get up the counter, they ask their clerk, can you explain these ingredients to me? No. And it's harming them. There are news stories all the time about people dying from drinking. I'm not going to pick on Red Bull, but any of these so-called energy drinks that are out in the marketplace, there are people dying from these things because they don't understand that they're not really healthy for you. But we've got a healthy energy drink that actually has health benefits to it. But even if you don't want to get into the subject of health, if you just get somebody to replace something that they're already drinking with something that's better, and then a lot of times people come in from sampling the Vibrant, and they say, wow, this stuff's great. And then they say, what else you got? The next thing you know, they get introduced to our other products. They watch the video and they say, wow, let me have some of those things too. And the next thing you know, they're telling their friends about it. And the next thing you know, they're getting their products for free. And it goes on and on. Don't make it hard. I want to help you change your life. But some of you are on this call, you've already changed your life. You already know what I'm talking about. What I want to help you with is how to reach more people and help more people change their lives. And not only that, but you'll then be able to show them how to do it, how to change other people's lives. And one by one, by one, by one, by 3, by 9, by 12, by this multiplication factor kicks in, and all of a sudden, we're reaching thousands upon thousands of people, empowering them to change their life and change the life of the lives of all the people that are in their sphere of influence, and even total strangers. You're going to learn how to talk to a total stranger and introduce them to Basic Reset. I apologize if I've taken too much of your time, but this is exciting. It's hard to keep quiet about it.
This concludes our audio presentation. Be sure to check out Fred's video, Are We Diseased or Deficient?, located on the product page of the Basic Reset website. And of course, if you need more information, simply contact the person who shared this message with you.